Well, there's some debate on how you would interpret those passages from David. Some even talk about being conceived in sin might be referencing his mother's sin, not his own, in the way he was conceived and the way oftentimes that was looked. Some often also talk about how it's reference to youth or infancy. From my infancy, I have done this, or from my youth, I have done this. That these are oftentimes poetic words and not necessarily talking about literally from the womb that this is happening, but at a very young age, this is when I begin to do this or begin to do that, those kinds of things. Also, I'm not sure where the word guilt is used and which scriptures you're referencing with regard to guilt. But I actually agree with the book by Dr. Adam Harwood with regard to the spiritual condition of infants. And I do not believe that we are guilty because of what Adam did. I actually used to hold to that belief, even when I was even after coming out of Calvinism. I still for some time held to imputed guilt, and only later, after reading his work on the subject and really diving into the scriptures, did I begin to move away from the inherited guilt concepts, because I don't believe that the scriptures support that. And so I would really highly encourage you to read Adam Harwood's book. He's got a smaller book. It's called Born Sinners ? That's a smaller, more of a pamphlet. And he's got another larger book that's called The Spiritual Condition of Infants. That's really, really good. And I've not seen any. If anybody knows of any refutation by a Calvinist of his work, I've not seen any credible refutation or even attempt at a refutation at his work. And it is a very biblically strong exegetical commentary on that subject. That's a lot stronger than I've seen from any Calvinist who have tried to argue the other perspective. And so I know Adam's not a debater. I don't think he is. I'm not talking to him about this particular point, but I'd love to see a discussion between someone like Adam Harwood and someone trying to promote a true, maybe more staunch Augustinian view of original guilt, and the concept of idea that we are born guilty due to what Adam did, because there's so many passages of scripture which seem to fly in the face of that concept. After reading that book, it's not just a little bit. I just thought it was like, it kind of could go either way. After reading that book, I'm just going, it is so lopsidedly difficult to believe that we are guilty because of Adam's sin. But anyway, I instead of reading that book to you, or I'll just say, go and read it for yourself.